then how to share the lesson with your students or colleagues, and how to find and analyze post-session reports on Nearpod. So what is Nearpod? Nearpod is an online student engagement platform that is a great resource for teachers to help students learn in a fun and interactive way. So why we are learning about Nearpod? The very first reason is Nearpod allows for both student-based and live delivery modes. Okay, so it is compatible for both asynchronous and synchronous classes. It respects everyone's privacy, so students do not feel bad. If some students are shy and some students are very introvert, they do not want to share or give any answer in front of anyone. So Nearpod respects everyone's privacy. Even the shy students feel like sharing whatever they want to share. It eliminates the use of so many other applications, like for games we are sharing one game link, then for collaboration we are sharing the Padlet link. So Nearpod has so many features embedded in it already that we do not need any other applications. It has all the features of different applications which can be embedded to it. That it enables viewing students feedback and reports in real time. While having live sessions, you can see what each child is doing on the presentation, on the work which you have assigned to them, so you can see the children participating. Okay, it enhances classroom differentiation. For example, our classroom, we all know that our class is like a mix of average students, below average students, above average students. And at times we feel that we need to give some difficult questions to the students who are above average, so that they are also equally occupied, and the students who need help, they should be given some simpler questions. So Nearpod has that feature wherein you can duplicate the lesson and customize or edit as per your convenience and share it with your students. So you don't need to make different lesson plans for different students. It is compatible with all student devices, whether it is Chromebook, iPhone, iPad, Android devices. Okay. It is a great skills and drill center. In this time when children are mostly spending time on games, they do not want to do any written work. And we want them to get equally engaged with doing the practice work. So Nearpod is a great tool wherein you can make the children do practice in different ways. Okay. It saves time. Since it has access to ready-made subject-wise lesson plans, which can be modified. It has 8,500 lesson plans, which have already been created. So with those lesson plans, you can have access to those lesson plans, and you can modify them as per your convenience and needs. So it engages, assesses, and collaborates in an easy way. Okay. So let's get started. Without wasting time, we are going to begin how to sign up on a Nearpod. Okay, let me share my screen with you. Give me a single minute. Okay, so Nima, is my screen visible now? Mhm. Okay, so Nima, is my screen visible now?
Yes, I can see a Google screen.
Okay, so teachers, you come with me. We will do the steps side by side. Just go to the Google Chrome, and just type in nearpod.com. Nearpod.com. Okay, when you all will type nearpod.com and click enter, this portal page will appear in front of you. So in order to sign up on a Nearpod portal, what you have to do, you have to see this green rectangular bar which is there in the center of the page. You have to click on sign up for free here. For teachers is this green box. I repeat, you have to click on sign up for free. When you will click on sign up for free, it will ask you whether you want to sign up with your Google account, or you want to sign up with Office account, or if you have some school email ID, you want to sign up with school email ID. So it is compatible with Google and Office 365 accounts. So you can choose any one of them. Since I am more comfortable with Google account, so I am going to sign up with Google account. When you will click on this blue sign up with Google account, it will ask you which account you want to use. If you have 2-3 accounts, it will ask you which account you want to use. And if you have already logged into that account on the device which you are using, it will directly make you logged in. So since I have already created my Nearpod account, so it will directly take me to the Nearpod page. So you have to click on the account which you want to choose. So I'm choosing this one. When I'm clicking on this account, it has brought me to this dashboard of the Nearpod. I hope
Deepti
all
ma'am?
teachers are, yes, ma'am.
Awesome. Just wanted to quickly check with teachers. So teachers,
Yes,
are
ma'am.
we all on the same page? Are we all on our, have we all managed to register and sign in to Nearpod? Please do type yes. Thank you, Neeru ma'am. Type yes in chat so that we know you're with us. So keep the yeses coming, teachers. I know some of you are still probably in the middle of it and will type yes later. In the meanwhile, um, do listen to what Deepti ma'am shares in terms of being familiar with the interface. All right, ma'am, you can continue.
Okay. So afterwards, teachers, what you have to do in order to create a lesson plan, you will simply go here. You can see on the left hand side, near about middle, there is an option of create. When you will click on create, it will ask you whether you want to create a lesson or an interactive video, or you want to create lessons in Google Slides. So today we will learn how to create a lesson. We can have video in lesson also. Okay. So I'm clicking, when you will click on create lesson, it will open up like this. Okay. So this is the page that will appear when you will click on create lesson. I hope everybody is following with me. Okay. So the very first thing what we have to do is we have to give our lesson a name. So suppose I want to teach my students about prime and composite numbers. So I will give a title to my lesson. In order to give a title to my lesson, I can click on settings. You can see it is written here untitled lesson. I hope everyone is able to see it is written untitled lesson. So along with that, to the right side of this, it is written here settings. When you will click on settings, it will ask you to edit the lesson details. I repeat. So when you will click on settings, it will ask you to to edit the lesson details. So I'm writing here quickly prime and composite numbers. If you want to add any description, you can write the description also. Then the next option is to select the grades. When you will click on grades, you can see the grades have appeared from kindergarten to other. So since I'm going to teach prime and composite numbers to class 4, and it can be used in class 5 also. So I can select both 4 and 5, class 4, class 5. Okay. So when I will click on both, it is selected. If I want to clear, I can clear all. I can click on clear all also. Okay. Or if I will click back, it will get removed. Simple. So I'm adding both the classes and then my subject. So since prime and composite numbers is a mathematics, is mathematics, so I'm going to click on maths. And when you will click on submit, it will get submitted. It will get saved. Okay, so since we have all, I have already created, so it is saying that you have already present, you have all another presentation with the same name. So I'm writing it as 1. Okay, so now I'm saving it. Now it has submitted. You can see here, now it has changed. If you want to edit it later, you can again click on settings and you can edit the name or the details as per your convenience and need. Okay, so now let's move on and just see, let's unfold the magic of Nearpod. Okay, so when I will click on add slide, in order to start, we have to click on add slide. When you will click on add slide, this pop-up will appear. In this, you can add content. In the content, you can have video, slide, web content, Nearpod 3D, physics education simulation, virtual field trips, BBC's videos, sway presentation, slideshow, simple audio, or some PDF viewer. So you can have any of these features. For today, first we will be learning about how to create a slide in Nearpod. So if you have to create a slide, I'm sharing again. Just click on add slide. When you will click on add slide, the option of contents will appear. So first we will be learning about how to add a slide, the second option. So in order to add a slide, I will click on slide. When I will click on slide, it will take me to this page. Okay. As you can see, it is like a PPT slide only. It is asking me to click to add title, and there is a body here, which is there is a rectangular part here wherein I can add text or a video or some image or some GIF. It is up to me. Okay, so if I want to change the theme, I'm not liking this white color, I can change the theme. To the right side, you can see there are themes available. This one is like maroon color with the title. The font style will also change if I will choose this. So whichever theme you will choose, it will apply to the whole presentation. If you want to use your own theme, if you want to use some other PPT or some other background effects, you can have it made already prepared on your desktop and you can upload it here. So, but right now we are learning about how to create a slide here. So let me take this green color one, the last one I'm liking it. So I'm clicking on this. You can see the last one I'm liking. So I'm clicking on this and you can see this is the background and my slide lookout has been changed. Now, if I want to segregate it into two more parts, I want two parts should be there. I want to allow my students to understand what are we going to learn. I want to share learning objectives with them and they should know what should be the learning outcome. So, but that is not possible in writing one this rectangular box. So what can I do? I want to change this. So in order to change the layout, just see down at the bottom, there are four options given. The first one is background. I'm hovering my mouse over there. You can see the first one is background. So from background, I can change the background of the slide. Like right now, the background of the slide is green color. If I'm not liking it, I can change the background. I can have some image also. Okay. The second option is of layout. If I will click on layout, you will see it is showing four types of layouts available. The first one is a single element. That means a complete one slide with nothing heading. It will be one slide. Whatever you will write, it will appear as one part. The second one is title plus one element, which is already there. As you can see, this is the title and this is one element I can add. Now the third layout which is available to you is title plus two elements. So this time I'm going to take this title plus two elements, or the other one is four elements. So it is entirely your wish which one you want to take. Right now my need is to have this title plus two elements. So I'm taking this title plus two elements. When I will click on title plus two elements, it will appear like this. Now I want to add some title to it. So how do we add titles in our Google Slides or in our PPTs? We just have to simply click on it. When we will click on it, the cursor will appear and I can write here. So for example, I want to write here for my students, good morning students, or good morning children. So let me write good morning kids. So I can write children also. It will automatically minimize the font style and make it fit according to the need. So it depends. You don't think that it is less space to write. I can write more also. So good morning kids. Hope you are doing fine. It will automatically accommodate that the lines. So right now I need only good morning kids. So I have written here good morning kids. Now let's come to the other two parts, the other two elements of our slide. This one is I want to add here the learning intentions. Okay, so in order to add learning intentions, how I can add? There is no cursor available. How will I write here? In order to write anything, you simply have to click on this add button. You can see there is a white plus button here in a circle, blue circle. You have to click on this button. When you will click here, you can see the four options will pop up. The first one is text. AB means text. If you want to write any text, you can click on text, or you want to have any video, you can click on any video. You can have a image also if you want to upload any image from Google site, or if you want to have any GIF. So right now I want to write about learning intentions, so I will click on text. So when I will click on text, now you can see the cursor is there. So now I can write here learning intentions. Okay, and what is the learning intention? That you will learn about prime and composite numbers. Or in this lesson, we are going to learn about prime and composite numbers. I'm not writing the bigger sentences. I'm keeping it small, but in the best ways. In this lesson, children, we will be learning about prime and composite numbers. Now you can see there is a lot of space left out, and I feel the font style could have been bigger. So in order to increase the font size, I will come down to this black rectangle, which is given at the bottom of this box. You can see this black rectangle, and you can see there is a small t and big T. Yes, this in through this only we can increase the font size. So if I want to increase the font size, I will simply click on this, and when I will simply click on this, you can see four options will appear. The first one is small, the other one is normal, the next one is large, and the last one is huge. So if I want to increase the size, let me go to large and see how much space it is taking. So it is taking this much space. Now I want to have a little better size, so let me click on huge. So now you can see it is visible. So you can have four font sizes in each one. In this Nearpod slide, you can have four font sizes. So it depends which font size you want to have. Or if you want to have some other fancy font size, fancy font styles or sizes, then you can have your ready-made created slide and you can upload it here. You save that file slide as an image and you can upload it here. Okay. Or let me move to the next part, that is the success criteria. Now I want to write about success criteria. So if I will click on add again, this blue button with plus, if I will click on add, I can write here text. So let me write a text. So first let me write the success criteria. Let me write the heading. So this is my heading. Now what will be the success criteria? You will be able to categorize or distinguish or classify numbers as prime and composite. So this is the success criteria. So now if I again want to increase the font style, I can click here in the at the bottom. You can see again I will click on huge. it will become bigger. Now, what if I want this whole text aligned in the middle? I do not want this space to look, this space I feel it is looking not nice, and I want to align this complete text in the middle. So you can see in this black rectangle, after text option, there is an option of lines. So you can align your text by clicking on it. You can align your text in the center, or if you will click on align the text towards the right, it can be aligned towards the right. Or if you want to align the text or spread out the text completely in the box, it will appear like this. So whichever way you feel is better, you can click on that. So right now I'm clicking to the center one. Here also I can click here and click on center. You can also have bullets or numbers if you wish to have. Suppose you have 2-3 criterias, so you can have bullets and you can have one bullet for each criteria. Okay, so now this slide is ready. If I want to change the background of this slide, I do not want this green color background and I want some peppy background, I can click on the background. The options which are given at the bottom, I can click on the background. When I will click on the background, either I can upload background image through Google, or I can upload the image from my desktop or from my Google Drive, from the Dropbox, or from the cloud storage. So it depends which one you want to choose. Right now I'm going to upload a background image through Google. So let me write some numbers image. I can write numbers image. Okay, so when I will click here, where I've written, now I will click here search. So now you can see there are many images which have appeared. So I'm liking this one. You can see it is looking nice. So I can click on here. When I will click on it, it will ask me to save. If I will not save it, this image will not get saved. So I have to click on save. When I will click on save, just give me a minute. Okay, let me try one more time. I don't know what happened. Okay, so numbers image. Let me try with some other image this time. Maybe that image was not compatible. So let me take this one, the first one. You can have, you can see or browse many other options. But right now, since we have time constraint, I'm taking this one and clicking on save. So now you can see it has appeared, but as you see, my font color is merging with the background. So if I want to change the font color, you can see there is a black long rectangle by the right hand side of this slide. So down at the bottom of this image, there is a font color. Change the font color of the slide. When you will click on it, you can change the font color, but you can have only black or white color. So let me click on white, and now you can see it is visible. Similarly, if you want to change the size of this image, or you want to change the background effects, the darkness or the brightness of the image, then also it can be changed from here. So if I will minimize it, the image will get minimized and the background, green color background, will start appearing. So it depends how much size I want of the image, or how much lighten or darken. If I want to lighten, you can see it is now, the image is now lightening. So if I wanted to use black color font, I could have lightened it. It depends entirely how I want to create my slide. So this slide is ready. The first beginning slide is ready now. I am happy with it. So I can click on save and exit. At the bottom, you can see it is written here, save and exit. So you have to click on save and exit. So before we move on to save and exit, and you want your students to understand, at times what happens, some children are not able to read properly. Some children are good at reading, some are not. And you want to add any audio effect to your slide. So you can have a audio effect. You can record in your voice the slide, whatever is there in the slide, and then embed it in. So when you will click on audio along with this, you can see towards the right of layout, you can see audio option. When you will click on audio, you can record, you can have some audio file which can be embed from the computer, or you can record an audio directly. So I will show you how to record an audio in the next feature. So it's very simple. When you will click on it, you can record it. For right now, I am moving on and I am saving and doing exit. So let me save and exit. So it will,
Ma'am?
it is saying that I'm, yes, ma'am.
Sorry. Before you save and exit, there are a couple of questions that we
Yes,
got
ma'am.
from teachers, just
Yes, ma'am.
clarifications. So
Mm-hmm.
maybe we can take that and then click save so that you don't have to go back and forth.
No problem, ma'am.
ठीक है?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, great. So one question that we got is, I think some teachers are finding it difficult to sign into the Nearpod app. So I know a couple of teachers said that they are not able to sign into the Nearpod app. Teachers, could you let me know on chat if I was able to help you, or if you still face the same challenge? So while those two teachers are responding, another question that we got is, ma'am, you started formatting the slide, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Where did you like, how did you start formatting it? Like, I think one teacher was a little curious to understand how were you able to format it? Like, where is the toolbox to format it? So if you could just
There is
guide
no
that teacher.
toolbox. Okay, there is no toolbox. If you are choosing any theme, the slide will move. The slide will open up in that format only. For example, you can see I have taken this green slide, so the font style will be like this. The title is appear in the way the title is written, and the paragraph is appearing in the way the paragraph word is written. So if I'm choosing this slide, the font style will change automatically. Let me click on this and let me show you how it will appear. Now you can see the font style has changed. Since I have uploaded the background, so the orange color is not visible of the slide. If you want to see it will be there. Okay, so the formatting can be done through clicking on the theme. The formatting can be done through clicking on the theme. And when you are writing in the boxes, I hope everybody was able to write. So if you want to change the font size, you can change the font size by simply clicking on this rectangle. Just give me a minute. Give me a minute. Okay. So, Sonia ma'am, I'm just feeling a little confusion in how to clear annotation, though I have stopped the annotation now. Could you help me with it?
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
Yes, ma'am. No worries. So go to more
Yes, ma'am. I'm there.
and you can see annotate.
Okay.
Now the annotate toolbar is open. Now can you see clear all drawings with a trash can?
Okay. Thank you so much, ma'am. Got it,
You're
ma'am.
welcome. All right. So
Okay.
ma'am, before you go ahead, right? So teachers, just to clarify, because I think, ma'am, the question was where precisely can you change the theme? Could you point to that?
Yes, ma'am. We can change the theme towards the right hand side of the screen. You can see it is written here themes in the gray box. And there are many themes like this one is white one is with title. Then this one is maroon color with a yellow color written title. You can see there are 7 options available of the themes. You can select any theme as per your need of the lesson plan you want to create.
Great. So
Okay.
teachers, for themes, you have to go to the sidebar that's on the right-hand side of your screen, right? And themes. And ma'am, if you want to change the font and the paragraph style, etc., you go to this black box at the side of your slide, correct?
Yes, ma'am. If you want to change, you have to click on the black rectangular box, which is given at the bottom of the each box. You can see if it is written success criteria. Down at the bottom, you can see there are 4 options, which is there in the rectangle, black rectangle. One is text option. The other one is aligning the text. the third one is of bullets, and the fourth one is numbering your text, and the last one is to if you want to delete the text. So if you want to delete
All
the
right.
text, that is also possible. Okay,
And
I
ma'am, on
hope
the
the
right
doubts are
hand side,
clear. Yes,
yes,
ma'am.
ma'am. Just one more thing on the right hand side where you can see the trash and the zoom in, zoom out. What does that help teachers with?
Okay, if you will click on this trash button, then the image which you have uploaded as the background, it will get removed. So if I will click on this, my background image will get removed. Okay, so if I want to
Okay.
change my background image and re-upload some other image, I could use that one. So let me upload some other background image quickly. I hope it is clear to
Yeah.
everyone.
So while, yeah, yeah. So teachers, whenever you put in an image on the slide, then you can actually adjust the image with the small toolbar that appears on the right hand side of your slide. But if you want to make any corrections, so I can see some teachers are saying that I want to make corrections in my slide, etc. I made a mistake. You can click on the box where you've made the mistake, and you will get the options to correct those
Correct it.
mistakes, right? And the
Yes,
toolbar
ma'am.
on the side, the toolbar on the side will only be visible if you have a background image. All right,
Image.
teachers,
Yes.
you won't see that toolbar if you don't have a background image. Then you can only modify the text on your slide. All right. And for that, every time you click on a box, you'll be able to see the toolbar in that box for that aspect. In case teachers, you have made a mistake in the layout, right? You can quickly change your layout by clicking the layout button that you can see down next to the arrow button. Am I right, Deepti
Yes.
ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Great. All right. So, ma'am, before we quickly go ahead, I just want to answer a few questions about the mobile app of the teacher. Ma'am, I would require your support in this part. In case you see any participants waiting in our waiting room, please do admit them while I'm sharing my screen, ma'am, if that's possible.
Yes, ma'am. No problem, ma'am.
All right.
Yes,
Great.
ma'am.
So teachers, I am going to share my screen. This is for teachers who have downloaded the app on their phones. So
Okay. If I'm so sorry, Sonia ma'am, to interrupt in between.
no
If they
worries.
are trying to create a lesson plan or through phone, then that is not possible. The lesson plans can be created on laptop only. Okay. So
Awesome.
the phone is there, but therein children can join in. It is compatible for students. When you will share a link with the students of your
Mm.
lesson plan, then that lesson plan children can have access through their phones. Nearpod is compatible if the lesson plan is available. If you want to create a lesson plan on phone, then that is not possible. Okay.
That is amazing and absolutely helpful. So, teachers, instead of downloading the app on your phone, you can actually create the lesson plan if you go to your, even if you don't have a laptop, right? It's okay. You can go to Google Chrome on your phone or your browser window on your phone and sign up on Nearpod through the website and not the app. So, I hope teachers that is clear to the couple of teachers who had asked regarding they had downloaded the app but they were not able to see any options to sign up as a teacher. So I hope this is clear. I think we can there's just one question that just come in from Neeta. She asks, can this presentation be shared in WebEx class? So Deepti ma'am, would you have any idea?
I just told in my presentation that it could be shared in Google Chrome, iPads, Google Chrome, iPads, and Android devices.
Okay, so it want
I
so
feel that it
an
would not. It
answer.
not be possible.
Okay, I think like to the teacher Neeta ma'am who asked regarding this. See, Nearpod you can share the link, right, on with your students. So you can actually share the link, I'm sure, through WebEx, but in the sense if web I understand WebEx is a platform, but I'm sure they'll have a chat feature where you can share the link with students. Regarding screen sharing, we're not too sure at this point, but what we can do is we can find out and we'll include that in our FAQ document, so that you can then read it at a later stage. All right, we'll have to check whether it can be screen shared or interactive on the WebEx platform. All right, but it can be shared with any platform that allows the sharing of links, right, with your students. So so you should be able to share it even in WebEx.
Okay.
Okay, all
Shall I
right.
move on?
So yes, ma'am, you can move on. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sonia ma'am. So thank you, teachers, for asking me. That means you are going along with me and I'm loving it. So let me move on and say I'm saving. So when I will click on save, it will tell me that it is going to change my entire lesson theme. That means whichever slide now I will take, it will have this orange color background and it will follow the same theme. So whichever theme you will ask, whichever theme you will choose, it will be applicable for entire slides. Whenever you will have any slide, you are making any slide, so it will have that theme only. So I'm clicking on save. So you can see my slide is already being selected. So when I will click on save, clicking on this. Okay, or if I want to copy my slide, I want this background again, I want this font style again, and I want to add something else, and I do not want to go through the same procedure again and again. So I can simply click on copy, because this slide is already being selected. So when I will click on copy, then you can see on the right hand side the paste option will appear, or you can just simply click on Control plus V. You can simply click on Control plus V from your keypad and it will appear. So if I'm clicking on Control plus V, you can see the same slide has appeared. If I want to delete it, I can click on delete slide. Delete slide. So this the slide can be, are you sure you want to delete this slide? Yes, I'm sure. And when I will click on it, this slide will be deleted. So you can copy paste your slides or your work, quiz, game, video, anything. You can copy paste all the things again and again as per your need. Okay, so and you can convert it to draw it tool also. We will come back to it later if we will get time. So now let's move on and learn how to how to use the interactive video mode. It is superb mode of Nearpod. For that you have to click on add slide again. So when you will click on add slide, from here you can see under the content the first option is video. So when you will click on video, when you will click on video, it will take you to the video library. So here Nearpod also keeps on adding their own videos. You can have some videos from Nearpod if you wish to have. You can search their library, or you can see on the top side, on the top left hand side, you can see under Nearpod there are 4 options given. One is video library, the other option is YouTube, the third option is my videos, and the fourth option is upload a video. So if you want to go to YouTube, you can go to YouTube and search your video from there. So let me go to YouTube. Okay, when I will go to YouTube, it has brought me here, this page. So you can see here, I can search videos on YouTube from here. So let me write here prime and composite numbers. So you can see now many videos have appeared on my screen. I can choose any video as per my choice and as per the requirement of my students. So depending on the same, let me take this first one only. So if I wish to see the video, I do not want to take the video like this only in a click. I want to just, I wish to see this video. So how can I watch this video? When I will come to this video page, you can see it is showing a thumb icon. So that means you can, when you will click on it, you have the option of now to play the video. Okay, you can expand the size also. It is not necessary that you have to see this video in this much zone only. You can click when you will click on play. When you will click on play, you can see you can
Prime
enter this
and
video in
composite
full screen
numbers.
also if you want to see.
Prime
So if I
numbers
will
and
click on full
composite
screen, now
numbers
you can
are
see
natural
the
numbers.
video has
Their
started
factors are
appearing
natural.
in full screen. Okay, if I do not want to wish this in full screen, just I have to come back, as in the case of YouTube. We click on exit full screen. You will click on exit full screen and it will come back. So now if I am feeling that, okay, this video is perfectly fine
Numbers
and I
too.
am
Natural
wanting
numbers just
this
means the
video to
counting
be
numbers.
there,
1, 2, 3.
so I will click. You can see this video is already selected since there is a blue rectangle around it. Whichever video you will select, there will be a blue rectangle. If I am clicking on second video, you can see now the blue rectangle has appeared around this video. So whichever video you are taking, it will have a blue rectangle around it, and in order to choose that video, you have to again click on save, which is given at the bottom side. You can see right side bottom there is an option of save button. So if I will click on save, this second video will get uploaded. So let me take this video only, it doesn't matter right now. So I'm clicking on save. When I will click on save, my video is getting uploaded. It is asking me to sit back now. See how quick it was. It was a 7-minute video and it has got uploaded. Now what is this which has appeared? Okay, so maybe all of you would have been aware, like Edpuzzle also has some features like wherein you can have questions in between the videos in order to make your lesson interactive, or you want to keep a record whether your students are watching the video or not. You can have questions in between. Many times all the students want to answer in the class and you are able to ask one child or two child. But if you are having the live session of this video, then live session of this lesson, then every child will watch video on their screen, on their laptop or on their phone, and they will be able to answer there and then only, and you will come to see who is answering and who is not. So let me click on this video and add a question quickly.
Welcome to Math with Mr. J. In this video, I'm going to cover what prime and composite numbers are. And up top, we have the definitions of each. And then below at the bottom, we have 6 different examples or
Let me move on quickly.
Number 4, there is going to
let me take it more further.
6,
so,
right? 1 times 6 or 6 times 1.
Now the person is writing the factors of 1 and the factors of 6 basically. So the factors of 6 are, I want the two factors they have, the person has written in the video, 1 and 6. Now 6 has other two factors, 2 and 3, and I want my students to think about it. Just not merely watching the video, I want my students to think about it. So what can be done? I can simply click on add activity. You can see the video is stopped. I have stopped the video. If I will click on play, it will start playing. If
Any
I will
other
click
numbers
on
that can go into 6?
again pause button, it will stop. So I can add activity here. When I will click on add activity, which is there, you can see a blue rectangular box in the down middle corner, bottom middle corner. It is written here add activity. So I can click on add activity. When I will click on add activity, it will ask me either I can have open-ended question or multiple choice question. So it depends which question I want to have. So suppose I want my students to think and answer, I can have open-ended question. So when I will click on open-ended question, it will bring me here. You can see on the top right side, it is asking me to enter your question here. Here you can see it is written here, enter your question here. So I can write here, do you feel 6 has more factors? Okay. And if your answer is yes, if yes, write down the factors. Okay. Write the factors. So my students are prompted to think individually at their own places through this question and to answer this question. If I want to change or add any symbol, because this is maths going on and you want to have some more symbols, you can see a pi option is given here at the bottom of this rectangle. On the left hand side, you can see when I will click on this pi button, the symbols will appear which can be used. By scrolling towards the right, I can have more symbols, then more. It has almost all the symbols which are required in mathematics. Okay, so I can choose any symbol also if there is a need, or I can simply copy paste the question here. So if I feel my question is there, it is ready. Since it is an open-ended question, we don't need to write down the correct answer. And I will then, if the question is ready, I will again click on yes. I will click on again save. Do not forget to save. Just remember this last button which is there at the right hand side bottom, save. So when you will click on save, it will get saved. Now what if I do not want this question here? By mistake, I have added the question and I want to change the positioning of the question. I do not want my question to appear at this moment. So what I can do, I can simply click on this circular button where my question is added. I can drag it to the left or right depending on my need. Okay. So I feel my question is accurate here. I can leave it here, or I can drag it to the beginning or to the bottom. And when I'm clicking on it, you can see the option of edit is coming in this box. Along with the side at the bottom, edit option is coming. So if I want to change the language of my question, or I want to change some answers, if it is a multiple choice question, I want to change the answer, I can simply click on edit. When I will click on edit, it will again take me to the question. You can see this is the question I've written. So I can change the question also. So I'm putting 2-3 dots right now. So I've changed the question now, and now I can save it. I will click on save and my question will get saved. I can add as many questions as I want depending on the video. Though the video which I have added is of 7 minutes, but depending on my personal experience, I would prefer to keep a video whose duration is less than 5 minutes. There are two benefits of that. First, children are not able to maintain their attention span watching a bigger video. Secondly, the video will move on more smoothly because of the network issue. At times, children have network issue, and since it is a complete embedded lesson plan, it can create a problem for the students to get uploaded or get start working. So it would be better if you upload a video, having duration time less than 5 minutes. Okay. Now I have added one question. I hope Sonia ma'am, please ask everyone, is everyone able to understand how to add a question in the interactive video? Teachers, please write yes if you are able to.
Yes.
Okay, great.
Teachers are saying this is a really great feature. And yeah, most teachers have responded with yes. I would request, so teachers, while most of you, or some of you are getting the hang of this, there might be teachers who are not so comfortable and have some questions. So please do type your challenges in chat, and I will try and help you on chat. And if I can't help you on chat, then we'll address that issue in the break. All right. So teachers, please do keep your yeses coming if you are have followed us till here, right? In chat, so we know exactly how many participants are able to follow these features and use these features, because the purpose of this live class is not to show you how great this tool is, but it's for you to experience for yourself how great this tool is. All right. So yeah, just keep that. I think one question that we've got is, so while the video plays on the question, okay, so this is a question related to how will the student experience it, right? So when we've shared this video with the student, Then the student plays the video, and now when the question comes up, will the video automatically pause so that the student
Yes.
can answer? Okay,
Yes, ma'am. The
great,
video will automatically pause. So it
amazing.
will
So
keep
I
the
hope that
children at high. Okay,
great.
sorry, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
No, no, no worries, no worries. So Neeta, I hope that answers your question. Teachers, if you have any other questions, just paste that in chat. And Deepti ma'am, please continue.
Okay, so teachers, the next interesting feature of this video mode is, as you can see towards the right hand side, right bottom side, there is an option which is written trim in white color box, in white color rectangular box. It is written trim. So we can trim the video as well. Suppose I have taken a video from YouTube and I do not want the interaction of the person is going on. Okay, we are going to learn about that. I've already mentioned in my first slide. So I don't want to waste my students' time in watching that, or some promotional app, some promotional ending is there. I want to cut off with that part and keep my video more brisk and to the point. Then what I can do, I can click on trim. This right hand side option, again I'm saying, at the bottom you can see there is an option of trim. When I will click on trim, it will ask me how much part I want to trim. So I can either trim the video from the beginning or from the ending or from the both sides, not from the middle. So I can trim my video. Suppose I do not want this part to appear. I do not want this part to appear. So you can see 42 seconds I am trimming from here, and I do not want the last part also to appear. So I want my video till this much time, suppose. So I want my video to start at this time and it will end here. So if I feel this is the time I want to um, I want my students to watch video till this much duration. So I will click on trim. Now you can see the white box has turned blue. So if I want to trim, I will click on this blue box which is written here trim, or if I want to cancel, I can cancel also from here. So I will click on trim. When I will click on trim, now you can see the duration of my video has changed. Now the duration of my video is 5 minutes 28 seconds. Okay, so this is one interesting feature of videos which you can use during your presentations. It will save your time by downloading and editing, so which goes in like that. So you can save your time. The third interesting feature which is being added by Nearpod in these interactive videos is, you can see there are two options here. One is settings. Down at the bottom of time, you can see there are two options. One is settings and the other is time. So when you will click on settings, it will show you the video quality. So though it has one quality, otherwise if your video has two or three qualities, you can modify or you can edit or choose the quality of your video as per your convenience and need. The second option is, you can see this is a clock here. When you will click on this clock, you can see the playback speed options are there. The first one is fastest, fast, normal. Since you can see a tick mark against the normal, so our video is moving on the normal speed, slow, or slowest. So if you want your students, if you feel that the video is going on very slowly and you want your video to move quickly, you can click on fast. If you want your video to play at a good speed, you can click on fast or fastest. Or if you feel that the person whoever is explaining in the video and is going too fast and your students will not be able to pick up at that pace, you can click on slow and your video will be played accordingly. So if I want my video to move on at fast speed, I will click on fast, and then I have to click on again save. So I will click on save. When I will click on save, my video will get saved in my presentation. So now you can see my video has been uploaded, and when the video will move, it will move at a faster pace. Okay, so this is the second important feature of Nearpod, which is interactive video, which will make your class interactive, which will make your children active during the classes. So they all will take interest. The third important feature which we are going to learn about Nearpod is collaborate tool. So where is collaborate tool? Let's understand. When you will click on add slide, when you will click on add slide, you could see that content options were there. There were many content options I have shared with you already. Along with content, there is another word written in gray color. You can see the word is activities. So when you will click on activities, these activities will appear. Now in Nearpod, you can have so many activities. Time to climb is a game. You can have some open-ended question for the students. Matching pairs is also a game. Then you can have quiz. You can have a Flipgrid link embedded here. You can have a draw it tool, collaborate board, poll, fill in the blanks, memory test. So right now we are focusing on collaborate board. Collaborate board is like a mini Padlet form. In Padlet you can upload videos also, but in this Padlet, in this collaborate board, children can either upload an image or they can just write in their responses. So let me click on collaborate board and show you how does it work. When I will click on collaborate board, this will appear. So this is my collaborate board. Now I want them, I want to enter any topic. So what do I want my students to write? So either, since I'm having a test of, I want my children to make me understand whether they are able to understand prime and composite numbers. One thing is that I can write here, okay, are you able to understand the prime and composite numbers? But that would be so boring. So what I can do, I can write here, write your birth date. Okay, only birth date, and okay, write your birth date and tell whether it is even or odd, and tell or write and whether it is even or odd. So I can write here, write your birth date, sorry, not even and odd, I'm so sorry, whether it is prime and composite. So is it prime or composite? So this is and this becomes an interesting way. Students are more attached with their birth dates and they enjoy their birth dates like anything. So they are able to apply the concept in daily life also, and it will become easy for the teacher to understand whether they are able to understand the concept or not. So this is one way. You can see I can enter the description also. If I want to write any description, I can write in here ki only write your birthday date, no need to write month or something like that. So I can have a more description if I want to. I want to make my children understand. If I will click on image, when I will click on image here, you can see there I can upload an image. When I will click here, I can upload any image. If I want to upload, I can click on drop any image here. When I will click here, it will ask me to upload the images from my screen. Or if I do not want to upload my image from the computer, I can have an image from here. So I will have something like that, birthday party image. Okay, and I will click on search. You can see many options have popped up. So I am liking this boy who is having fun. So let me click on this. When I will click on this, again you have to click on save. Yes, if you will not click on save, it will not get saved. So click on save. So you can see the image has appeared now. Now, what if I'm feeling that this background is very boring, white color background? Okay, I want some peppy background. I can click on this. You can see choose a style options are there. 5 styles are there for you. You can choose this one, blue one, or this cardboard style one, or some blackboard style one. Okay, charcoal one, or blue white one you have already seen, or simple stamp board style, whichever style you want. So since I want it to look peppy, I can have this one. So this is my collaborate board, and when I'm ready with it, I can click on save. So now my collaborate board has been saved. As you can see, if you want suppose when you are planning a lesson and you have added 3-4 more features, now you want okay, collaborate board should have been in the beginning. मैंने ये चीज I should have asked it earlier. अब क्या करूं? What to do now? So what you can do, you can simply click on it and drag it wherever you want. Okay, if I want collaborate board to appear on the second level, so it will appear here, or if I want it to appear at the end, it will appear here. So if I feel my lesson is ready, then I have to click on save and exit. But if you want to preview your lesson, you want to see your lesson, you can click on preview. When you will click on preview, you will be able to see the complete lesson again as an observer. Right now I'm saving and exit. I'm doing exit so that I can share the lesson plan with all of you, and you can see, you can get hands-on experience with it. So I'm clicking on save and exit. One important thing which I would like to tell all of you is that since I have created my lesson and now I have shared the code with my students, suppose I have shared with my students, but now I realize that there is some mistake in my lesson and I want to rectify it. How I can rectify it? I can rectify it by clicking on this edit mode. You can see this is my lesson. This is my lesson, and at the corner, at the bottom corner left side, you can see edit option is there. I can edit my lesson, but after editing, the code which you have shared with the students or the link which you have shared with students will not work. So be very careful while creating a lesson plan. Have a preview or just share a code with yourself. Check the lesson of yourself and then share it with your students. You can also share it with teachers as well. So I'm going to share how you can share with your students and teachers. Sonia ma'am, any questions till now, or any teacher have any doubt?
Ma'am, there's just one question that hasn't
Okay,
gotten
ma'am.
clarified. So in the
Okay.
interactive video section, what
Mhm.
if, like, say, for example, you've put 3, 4 questions in the video, and can the student skip a question?
Yes, students can skip a question and then the teacher can ask that child why you have skipped the question. So the teacher will come to know who
All
is
right.
exactly watching. If the students are skipping the question, that means they are not watching the video. So teachers can
So the
catch the
teachers will
hold
find
of
out.
those children.
Yeah,
Yes.
great,
Okay, so
great.
now since our lesson is ready, you can see there are three options here. First is live participation plus Zoom. Suppose I want to have this on Zoom, so I can have live participation. Though Nearpod is compatible with all LMS, most of the LMS, you can have it on Microsoft Teams also, or Google also. So there is no problem. So another option is live participation. When you will click on live participation, when I will click on live participation, as you can see, I'm clicking on live participation, it will generate a code. Okay, you can see it will generate a code. This code you have to share with your students. You can share it during the class with your students in the chat box. So I can share it with all of you. What you have to do is you have to write join.nearpod.com and you can share this code. Okay, so let me share. Sonia ma'am, I'm sharing this code with everyone. One way is this teachers to do. The other way is there are many ways. You can mail the link. You can share it on some social sites as well, like you want to share it on Twitter or Facebook the lesson plan with your students, or you want to share a link, direct link. You do not want your students to write in some code. You feel okay, they are very young and they will face problem in writing join.nearpod.com, and you want to just want your students that they click on the link and they are taken to that page. So you can click on this link. When you will click on this link, the link will appear, and it is already, when you have to click on copy, when you will click on copy, the link will get copied. Okay, if you go to Google Classroom, the link can be shared in Google Classroom as well. You can share it through Remind, you can share it through Microsoft Teams. So any way out, the best and the simpler way is just click on link, copy the link, come to the chat box. Okay, come to the chat box, and when you will go to the chat box, so I am sharing the link. So you just copy paste Control plus V, and the link will be sent to everyone. So I have shared the link of the lesson plan that I have created with all of you. So this is the way you can share the link. Okay, this way you can share the link for live class also, or for a student based class also. For live class, the link will work when teacher will allow the students to work. So this is the benefit. Most of the times what happens, the children even do not read the first slide and they skip to the next one. So teachers will wait. As you can see, my two teachers have already clicked on the link. So you can see my screen. Now at the bottom you can see it is written here two. So two students have joined in. So Aarti ma'am and Julie ma'am has joined in. Very, very nice. Great going. So you can see how many students are joining in. So no student can escape. They all will participate. So I request teachers, if you would like to join in and view how the how the lesson plan will look, you can click on the link and join in. And meanwhile, I'm also telling you that since we are using it on live mode, so you will be able to move further when I will allow you to move. So you can see my screen. If you want to see how students are viewing, you can also click on add button on top. Click here, add Control+V, your link of the lesson. And now I can also join in as a student. Okay, in the same lesson. Sometimes children feel some problem ki, okay ma'am, now what to do? So now I can say, okay, welcome to your lesson, Deepti Sehgal. So this is my name. I will click on join lesson. So when I will click on join lesson, I could see what my children are watching, what they are experiencing. Okay, so let me come to the tab only. Now since 11 teachers have joined in, let's move quickly and let's move to the next slide. So teachers, when I will click on next slide, then only you can move to the next slide. Okay, suppose I've explained this slide. Now we are moving to the next slide. Now when I'm moving to the next slide, it is asking me, this slide contains video. इस slide के अंदर एक video है. So you want your video to be played on all devices, जहाँ पे सब teachers अपने अपने मतलब सब students अपने device पे play करें, or you want to watch this video on your device. So it depends which way you want. If you feel that some children can face network issue, you can have this video on your device only. Or if you want your children to watch on their own device, they have proper network connection, you can click on all devices. When you will click on all devices, it will start only if you will click play. If only you will click play. So you can see as a student, when I am keeping it here, now the video has automatically come on my screen. Okay, now if I want to start, it will not start unless and until the teacher starts. So let me start the video.
There is going to be one prime number out of the 4.
Okay.
In number 5, there's one number out of the 4. In number 6, there are going to be 2 prime numbers out of the 4. So let's go into our definitions here and then go through our examples. So a prime number is a whole number with only 2 factors, 1 and itself. And we'll see what that means here in a second. And a composite number means that there are factors other than 1 and itself. And again, we'll figure out what that means here in a second. So number 1, we have a 6. We need to determine if that's prime or composite. So let's think of all the factors of 6. Which numbers can we multiply together to equal 6? So I know that I can do 1 and 6 to equal 6, right? 1 times 6 or 6 times 1. Any other?
So now since I am teacher, so it is there, ready to begin. Click start activity. When I will click on start activity, it will appear, the question will appear on all of the students who are watching the video. So I will click on start activity. Oh, oops, give me a minute. So I hope it is it visible, because I forgot to click on all device modes. Let me take the video back and play again so that I can start.
And 6 to equal 6, right? 1 times 6 or 6 times 1. Any other?
So when you will click on start activity, so if I want to click on apply all to all activities, I can click on apply to all activities and then start activity. So when I will start activity, you can see now I can see the participation of my students. Okay, so I can see which student is writing what. I wish one teacher can write so that other teachers can see. Okay, see, Neeru ma'am has written already. Very nice. So it is written here, share with class. It depends. If I want to share the answer with my class, I can share. If I do not want to share my answer with class, it is perfectly fine. Okay, so this is the way you can come to know what child is writing what. And the other children, if you're not sharing your screen, you are doing it on the screen, but you're not sharing your screen, no student will come to know what other children are writing. And they feel good to share whatever they are thinking without any hesitation. Okay, so you can see how many students have participated. Now I'm moving further. I'm not watching the video. Okay, in order to save time, it is already, I want everyone to ask any doubts or something like that. So I hope you have understood this feature. So if I want to share any answer, I will click on share. And when I will click on share, all of you can see the answer of that child. So if I will click on share, now you can see the answer on your screen. I hope it is visible to all of you. Okay, so this is the way you can share the answers in class if you feel some child has written very good, if some child who is below average and has given right answer. So in order to boost the morale of that child, you can click on share with class. And this way the child will feel good and you can appreciate that child. Okay, so let me move on to the next slide now. The third one which we have created, that is collaborative board. Now this, since I am a teacher, it is showing me this is a collaborate board. So would you like to approve student comments before they are posted? So it depends. Now if I feel that my children are younger and they cannot create any nuisance, or they are not going to write something very fishy or something very which is not acceptable, then I can simply write I do not want to approve. It's perfectly fine. Or if you feel you have children who are really very tricky, and then they can manipulate their comments or just create nuisance in the class, so you can simply click on yes, I want to approve the comments. So right now I do not want to approve the comments, since I know all teachers, or there are all teachers, so I am not approving. And now you can write in there, you can write in your comments, or you can write in your birthday date and write whether it is prime or composite. I'm waiting for the teachers. So how you can write? If you need any help, let me show you as a student how I can write. I can write here, share your thought or images. I can also upload an image. Okay. So you have to write the birthday date and image, both the things. Sorry, birthday date and whether it is prime or composite. Okay, wonderful. So if I will click on Google, I can upload an image also. Suppose I want to write here 14. My birthday date is 14, suppose. So if I click on 14, I can write in here like this. I can click on this image and I can save it here. So when the image will get uploaded. Okay. And as a this page is as a student, you can see, I don't know what has happened. Okay, teachers, please see, this is my student page. I cannot see who is writing what. I do not know the names. Okay, but if I will come to my teacher portal, I could see that Seema ma'am has written 14 composite, Chetna ma'am has written 31, Sudha ma'am has written 20. So I could make out ki whether children have understood the concept, and children also do not feel. Okay, Seema ma'am has also shared a picture of cake, yummy cake. So I hope you have understood the feature of this collaborate board and how it can be used constructively with your students, right? If I want to assign some time, or if I want to assign my students name alphabetically, I can click here and I can assign my students alphabetically. So now you can see Aniket sir's name is on in the beginning because it is A to Z. And in this way, I can also keep a track of the names of the students roll number wise, who is doing what. Because most of the time we feel like short of what to do, and how to keep track of all the students, whether they are giving or not. So it is like going alphabetically. I know, okay, Aniket and Aarti has written, but Atharv has not written. Where is Atharv's response? So I could ask Atharv, I'm waiting, likewise. Okay, so this way, when your chapter is over, if I want to hide my student's name, I can hide it from here also. Okay, Vikrant sir has shared his image also. So this way it can be done. Okay, I do not want to approve, by mistake I've done. So this way, if I want to end my lesson, what to do? Now there is no option of ending the lesson. How I can end the lesson? So I just need to click on back button. You can see there is a back button. When I will click on this back button, I can end my lesson through that. Or if I want to add any activity here, in the live session, you can click on add activity from here and add more activities. So right now I'm moving back. When I will click on back, it is asking me, do you want to leave this session? You can resume it later. Yes. If I will click on it, now my students will not be able to write because it was a live lesson. Okay, so I am clicking on yes. Now my students will not be able to answer. Okay, this was one way of having a live participation. We can have a student-based participation in the similar way. When you will click on it, you will get a code. You can share that code. You can share the link. Okay. And what if you feel that, okay, we have to create a lesson and this is going on, like this is becoming very time consuming. So what you can do, you can team up with your colleagues. Okay, for example, I feel that I have created a lesson on prime and composite number, and I want to share with all the section teachers, and I want them to follow the same lesson, or they can modify as per their needs, so it will save their time. What to do then? Then just simply click on three dots. When you will click on these three dots, you can see it is the first option which will appear, which is appearing, is share with teachers. So I can share with teachers. When I will click on this share with teachers, okay, when I will click on share with teachers, it is showing me two links. You can see preview link only or editable link. If I want my teachers to only watch it and do not use it, then I will share preview link. But if I want them to see the editable link, I want them to copy down the lesson in their own Nearpod account, I can share this link. So this we do. So for example, if I want to share the lesson which we have created with our section heads, like our headmistress ma'am, I want to share. So we share this preview link with them, because otherwise they don't need to copy now. But with teachers, I need to share this link. So if I will click on this link, I will copy it. I can copy it and I can share it with my teachers, and they can copy the, when they will click on the link, it will directly ask whether you want to copy the lesson. You can copy the lesson and you can have that lesson plan in your own account. So the since you can see adjectives, you can see under this adjectives lesson plan, you can see the name of Prabha Rawat is there. So this lesson was created by Prabha Rawat ma'am, not by me, and she shared it with me. I have copied the lesson and it is there with me. So the name of the teacher will appear in the lesson. Okay, I hope all the doubts are cleared. Any doubt regarding sharing the lesson with others? Sonia ma'am?
Thank you so much, Deepti ma'am. Yeah, thank you so much, Deepti ma'am. I think one, like, we're a little short on time. So teachers, I think there was one question. So ma'am, when you were sharing the interactive video on your online, like just now, that time, ma'am, you had selected that students can play it on their own devices.
Yes, I selected that.
All right. So there was one question from Vriti ma'am. She said that she was able to play it on her device. So that's the reason, Vriti ma'am, that you could also see the screen shared video, as well as you will be able to play it on your device. Because ma'am had selected that option. If you want to disable that option, you have to leave that option unchecked. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
Great.
Okay.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Okay.
Ma'am,
Just one last thing. Okay. Yes, ma'am.
No, go
Sonia
ahead,
ma'am, you
ma'am.
were speaking. Okay. So the last thing which I wanted to tell the teachers is that you can see the reports of your students under it. You can see on the
Ma'am,
right hand side. Yes, ma'am.
ma'am, I don't think we have time to go ahead with reports. What we are
Okay.
planning to do is, this is like a basic session, and then we'll do another session with all of like the more advanced features,
Yes,
because
ma'am.
teachers also have limited amount of time. So teachers
Okay, ma'am.
do like, keep looking at our website for the next Nearpod plan lesson, right? And over there, we'll try and cover other features, right? So the purpose of this session was to get you very comfortable with creating slides, etc. And there are other amazing features on the Nearpod platform, which are a little bit more complicated. Once you've figured out the basics of it, then we'll move to the more complex features. All right. I am also sharing the link. So Deepti ma'am has created a Nearpod lesson for you to receive feedback on this session. All right. So teachers, I'm pasting that link right now into the chat box. I would request all of you to please share your feedback on that Nearpod link, right, before you leave. All right. And again, I am going to request you to please go to our website, www.teacherclass.org, and look at the amazing live classes that we've arranged for you this week. Okay. So thank you so much, Deepti ma'am. This was really amazing. I think you covered a lot of these really important features of the Nearpod platform. And I think most teachers were, able to follow and were with us. So that's amazing. Really appreciate all of your support with this.
Thank you so much, Sonia ma'am. I am glad that I'm able to do the justice with this session. I am glad that many teachers will be able to use this too. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity, ma'am.
Great.
And thanks
All
to
right.
all the teachers. Teachers, do fill the feedback form. It will not take